Hi everyone. So yesterday I was pleasantly surprised to see that the title for episode 8 was officially released. And if you haven't seen it, the official title is Star Wars: The Last Jedi. And I have to say that upon hearing it, I was elated. I have to say I loved it. I thought that it was simple. I thought that it was really telling of what we're going to get in episode 8. And it is something that I've been waiting for with a lot of anticipation, especially since Rogue One. But the story of how I heard it is actually pretty funny. I didn't actually see it myself. My brother had seen it, and he had just turned to me late last night and said something to the effect of, "You know, episode 8's title's been released, right?" And of course I hadn't seen it, and I thought he was kidding at first, but I realized quickly that he wasn't joking. And he asked me, "Do you want to know what it is?" And at first, for some reason, I just said no, because I was nervous, I think, upon hearing it. And then, of course, I was like, "Yeah, tell me." And when he said The Last Jedi, I pretty much gave a shout of joy. And I think that it's going to be pretty good leading up to episode 8. So it's still early, and although I don't know exactly what it means yet, I think there's going to be a lot of fun speculation leading up to the release in December. But for me personally, I feel like it's exactly what I was expecting from episode 8. Now, I'm just going to play a quick clip from a Twitch stream that I did. I think it was about 2 weeks ago now. I think this one was from January 11th. And I want to play that just because in that Twitch stream, we were talking quite a bit about episode 8, and particularly speculating about what episode 8's title was going to be. And I just want to show it just so that I can better explain what I've been thinking we'll be getting from episode 8, and just how it connects to the new title release. Now keep in mind, at this point as well, on January 11th, it was only my second Twitch stream, and I was still learning how to play and speak at the same time, so please excuse the strange sentence structure in the video. Yeah, Birth of the Jedi, I could see something like that, like a connection to the Jedi. For example, just even thinking about it just before coming on, something like The Order Evolved, because I do think that we're going to see quite a bit of Rey and Luke, and I do think that Luke's time on Acto, I think he's found some new information. I could see that the Jedi is going to be evolved in a lot of different ways, but that's just what I think. I'm not, well, I would hope that they would do it that way. I could see it being, I would hope that Luke would change it and evolve the Jedi Order in some respects. I think we're going to get a lot of information about the new Academy or the new Jedi Order, or what they want to call it. I think that primarily that's what episode 8 will be touching on. That, and hopefully a little bit of Snoke's origins or something with Snoke. But I could see a lot of it being with Luke, what he did after Return of the Jedi, and then where he plans on taking the Jedi Order from here on out. I'm hoping that that's what we see a lot of. So the title can certainly be alluding to a number of different aspects or plots. For example, it could be referring to Rey's training, where she's the last Jedi to be trained, or we get our showdown with Luke and Kylo and/or Snoke, with Luke dying and then leaving Rey as the last Jedi, or at least the best chance for the existence of the Jedi Order. And I know that it's still very early, but I think that what the title is referring to is an evolution in Luke's approach to the Force, and more importantly, to an acceptance to the fact that he's going to have to start incorporating dark side elements into the Jedi's training. And just having known for Luke, he's got the knowledge of what happened to the Jedi Order with the fall of his father Anakin when he fell to the dark side, and then again with the fall of his nephew Kylo. So I can start to see Luke accepting the fact that the dogmatic and singular approach to the Force that was traditionally practiced by the Jedi, wherein they only practice elements of the light and then eschew anything that's even remotely connected to the dark side, I can see Luke start to understand that that approach needs to be evolved. And there's a lot of different elements in the novels and in the different materials where the Jedi it's understood that they got it wrong and that they needed to evolve in a lot of different respects. So I've seen that a lot in the materials, both canon and Legends at this point. So I think that things also too, like the red lettering in the Star Wars logo that was part of the official name release, I think all of those types of things are just foreshadowing that we're going to start to see the Jedi, and ostensibly Luke and Rey, start to adopt elements of the dark side. Now fortunately, the non-canon expert, he's going to be coming out with a video, hopefully later today, that touches on these ideas in more detail, and just includes some different pieces of evidence for why I think that the title alludes to Luke's evolution and his approach to the Force. But I do just want to say that, me personally, I don't think that we're going to see the end of the Jedi, or the Jedi Order, and particularly right now, I definitely don't think that Luke's going to move, Luke or Rey for that matter, that they're going to move to the dark side and away from the light completely. I just think that we're going to see Luke learn, particularly after his quest that he went on after Return of the Jedi, and then finding the first Jedi Temple. I think that we're going to see Luke learn that the Jedi teachings are incomplete and must be complemented with new philosophies and understandings of the Force. And lastly, I'll just mention, now that we have the new title for Episode 8, I'm going to be doing a live hangout here on YouTube, and that's going to be tonight, January 24th, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we don't have to speculate anymore about what the title of Episode 8 is going to be, but we can certainly speculate on what it means and what it could be alluding to. And I would just also mention that I do stream on Twitch every Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today I'm going to be playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, but certainly with the new information, we'll definitely be talking and discussing the new title of Episode 8. So I would just invite you to also join us there as well. But nonetheless, tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I definitely look forward to hearing what you think about the new title and what it could possibly mean for what we'll see in Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Personally, I love it, and I'm definitely anticipating more information on Episode 8 to come. Okay guys, I'll see you then.